Snappers, welcome back to another exciting episode of ARK Survival Evolved. I'm your host, Tortimer the Grey, and I'm a leprechaun! No, I decided, I see everybody doing all this dyeing stuff, and I'm like, oh, I want to play with some dyes, and so I just grabbed some dyes out of our chest, and yeah, I was like, oh, I'm a turtle, I'll dye everything green, and then, oh, my shell, I'll dye this, oh my god, it is the ugliest. As soon as this armor breaks, I'm just letting it go, because, yikes, it's so bad. But anyway, I'm here in the poop shack, and, we are, well, I'll take it over to that thing, just doing a little bit of tidying up. Let's see, that works out. Let me throw some of this in here real quick. Just doing a little bit of maintenance. With the Thanksgiving holiday last week, a couple weeks ago, I guess at this point. Yeah, it'll be because this is Anyway, we had the Thanksgiving holiday here in America, and both Jay and I were pretty busy with family stuff. So some of this stuff has kind of gotten left behind a little bit. And so we're going to just trying to get some of the stuff stocked back up. Like all of our crops are dead and stuff like that. I was able to keep like the gasoline stocked and the food stocked and stuff, but keeping the crops fertilized and stuff was just not a priority, and so those are gone. A couple of things though that did happen over the weekend because they were really easy, or at least since the last time I recorded. I've tamed 2 new pterodons. So I've got Hellcat here, this beautiful red lady. And then I've got little Betsy. I think this is what Serenity looked like. Serenity wings might have been orange. I don't remember. But they were both. I accidentally got Casper killed, so there's that. So Casper is dead. But shortly after Casper died, I found a level 25 pterodon flying around, which was little Betsy. And so I found her flying around, and so I was able to get a good pterodon tamed up there real quick. And then not too long after that, maybe the next day or so, I found a Hellcat flying around, who was, she was, what, level 26 or something? So even a little higher level than previous. Yeah, so got these 2 new pterodons, almost perfect tames, high level 20s. Again, our highest level spawn on the server generally is like level 30 for overworld dinos. We did see that the plesiosaurs were level 35, I guess, a couple of episodes ago, but in large part, generally we see them spawning at level 30, so level 25 and a level 26 is pretty good. And we had some dodo kibble lying around, so they were perfect 100% efficiency tames. And so, yeah, that works out pretty nicely. Ooh, one thing I want to point out real quick before we get going. Spike's got a fancy new haircut here. Avo has a bunch of leftover skeleton skins from the Halloween event, and so he was trying to get rid of them to clear up some space in his storage, and I was like, well, I would love a stego one, so he dropped one off, and so now we have Spike all stegofied, and maybe we'll see if he's got another one for prickers if Jay would like it. God, I look disgusting. I hate I hate my new clothes. But I want to jump in here real quickly, guys, because we're going to be doing some building today. We've got a new building project that we're going to be working on. So I want to check and see what kind of stuff we've got just sitting around. We've got stone window frames. We've got stone walls. Probably will. This is 100 pounds worth of stuff. I've been bumping up my weight the last couple of levels I've had, so trying to get prepared for things like when we get pelt armor and stuff like that, because eventually we're going to need it, and we probably will spend some time gathering some pelt, maybe next episode. Let's do... Okay, stone foundations is what I really want. I need 80 stone, 40 wood, and 30 thatch. Alright, so let's grab the thatch first. Just grab some of this here. Doesn't weigh a whole lot, so we can do that. Alright, so then wood and stone are right next to each other. Perfect. Alright, so let's pile up on stone here. Can I take that? Alright, but I need to be able to get some wood in my inventory too. And at a certain point, when you're too overloaded, it won't, like, yeah, so now we don't have any more room. So, stone foundations. Let's craft all 4. Get those going because, like I said, we've got a new building project we're starting today, and we're going to be working on a pretty big build, at least compared to our poop shack, which has been kind of my pride and joy up to this point. This one's going to be a little bit bigger, and so we're gonna be able to stretch our creative fingers a little bit here. We need more wood, I'm sure. Yes. This. Just grab as much as it'll let us. Okay, that's probably plenty. We don't have enough stone there to really do much with that. Anyway. Oh wow, we only have enough to craft 1. We need 80 stone. Okay. We can make that work. Alright, so I think we were all out of stone, correct? Yes, so I cleared out the stone chest. And we are very much stuck. So let's drop off all this extra wood for now, because where we're going, we don't need wood. Alright, we'll drop off this stone as well. I have a feeling all the stone stuff in my inventory is what's weighing me down almost as much as anything else. Oh no, we're doing good. Thatch. I'll drop off thatch too, because where we're going, we're not going to need to bring a whole lot with us, because part of this new build is, well, I'll just tell you what it is. So we're building, and we'll go take a look at it here in just a second once I get my inventory cleared out, but we're going to be building a, what's going to end up being a kind of a parking garage sort of deal. It's going to be for our utility dinosaurs as well as our flyers. So, we've got this open area in here, which is great. But one thing that's kind of annoying is, one, there's a lot of dinos in here. And two, if we keep everybody in here, a lot of the dinosaurs that we use regularly, like our utility dinosaurs, we use them up on top of the cliff here. All of the wood and stone and metal and everything else that, the mammoth and the Doedicurus and the ankylosaur, that those things are gathering is all up on this cliff anyway. So when we want to use them, we have to take them out of here, open the gate, head up the cliff, start gathering stuff, then bring them back down and everything. And so this build, I was thinking, up here on this peak would be a great place to have like a little parking garage. And so that's what we're going to be doing. The first floor is going to be a little bit bigger than the top 2 floors, but it's going to be a 3-floor thing. The bottom level is going to be a big garage where we can park the mammoths and the ankylosaurs and the Doedicurus. I've got Fluffy up here too, because I use her as a pack mule when I'm up here. And so those dinosaurs, the utility dinos, will be on the first floor. And then once we get the first floor in place, we're going to start building on top of it. And there's going to be 2 more levels minimum on top. One is going to be a flyer parking garage for me, and the other one is going to be a flyer parking garage for Jay, just because trying to keep all of our stuff, we both have a lot of dinos, and so trying to keep it all straight is kind of sometimes challenging. So I'm going to give us each our own little parking space. I probably will make it accessible by walk-up, so if he wants to park some of his wolves or something up there, he can do that too, but he also has all of this space down here, and really what it's going to be intended for is for flyers. Because, we can leave all the wolves and all the other terrestrial dinos down in here, the T-Rexes and the Spinos and all those other things here, and then just park our flyers up here, up out of the way, and I think that's going to work out pretty nicely. So, let's get going here. Going to be doing stone on the base, so we're going to need a fair bit of stone foundation stuff, and I've got this thatch stuff in here. I was just trying to get an idea of positioning and just size, really. I wanted to kind of get an idea. So this first ring I did with thatch was kind of how big I was thinking it should be, and then I brought all these guys up here, and I'm like, you know what, it's going to need to be bigger than that. Especially if we decide, I don't know if mate boosting boosts, I know it boosts attack damage for, like, enemies and stuff. I don't know if it actually does anything for, like, boosting melee damage, so it would, like, increase yield if we were attacking things, like, with a mammoth to get wood or something. I don't know if mate boosting would boost that. If it does, we may eventually do some mate boosting type stuff up here. Get another mammoth, get another Doedicurus, get another ankylosaur. Otherwise, it'd probably just be single parking, but I think as big as this ring will be, it'll probably be big enough we can squeeze stuff in here. And the back of this is going to be basically just one big door, or at least an opening. I don't know if it's going to be a door. I don't know if I'm going to put a big behemoth gate on this or not. chances are it'll just end up being a door or a big opening that they can walk in and out of, because we don't have to really worry about stuff getting in there so much. But yeah, so okay, so the corners now, so we've got some walls here too that we got out of our chest. I think I want to do, okay, so I think I'm gonna put a window on either end of the corner here. Let me do, actually, let's leave that. Let's leave that for now, because I don't know what I'm going to want to do with the corners. It'll probably be a ladder up to the aviaries or something. I've got to figure out how I want to do that. But let's get the rest of these walls in place, and then we can grab Pinball, our Doedicurus. First of all, thank you guys for submitting some names for some of our dinos. We're still waiting on names on a large number of them. Haven't gotten a lot of suggestions, but when we tamed the Doedicurus, we did get a couple suggestions, and the one I liked best, and we had a couple that were just kind of weird ones, like name it Craig or whatever, which there's nothing wrong with that, but doesn't fit my beautiful blue Doedicurus here. But Pinball was a great idea. It rolls into a ball, and it's got spikes all over it. That's great. And it ended up being female, too. So some of those names got discounted immediately just because it's like, well, this thing's a female. I really don't have a need to name my beautiful female Doedicurus Craig or whatever the other ones were. So, okay. All right. Let me jump on Falco real quick. I'll need to go down. We've got some chests just sitting in a chest out here. And I want to grab one of those for my construction purposes up here. And then we will set some of this stuff aside and go get some more materials. Yeah, so we'll take one of these storage chests with us. I probably will set up... Our storage room down here is not the biggest storage room around, which isn't really a huge deal, but I think I might set up some auxiliary storage up here too, and make this kind of the main building storage room, because, you know, we'll be gathering stuff with the mammoths, and with some of these other dinos, and so really, as opposed to having to bring all of them... Am I stuck here with Falco? Alright, Falco's stuck. Great. Fantastic. So as opposed to having to haul everything down there, it might make sense to just make up here kind of our storage room for some of these building supplies, and then we can expand out some of that other stuff downstairs in our other storage room there. I'm just going to put this right there. That works. Alright, and then let me drop off these stone walls, because what we need to do now is we need to get Pinball out, and I'm going to have Fluffy follow. We need to go get a little bit of stone put together. Now, I kind of like this rock here, and if I destroy it as close as I'm building to it, I don't think it'll grow back. So let's wander out a little bit this way. Hopefully Fluffy can slip past Tiny there and keep up with us. Nope, she's gonna get stuck. Oh, nope, she's coming over. Fluffy's a good girl. Alright, so, got this Bronto here that we should try and be careful of not killing. But you guys stay out of my way, Bronto. I'm not interested in you getting angry. I don't know what level Pinball is, but I'm guessing probably not high enough level to take on a Bronto yet. Although we could run back and quickly grab Dolly. Dolly can easily wreck Bronto. She's like level 63 now or something. She's insane. So she was another almost perfect tame dino as well. So good to have her on board. Everybody's doing okay food-wise. They've been up here for a couple of days without a feeding trough. I want to get a feeding trough in eventually, but I don't want to just place one down. They're not the cheapest of structures. So I kind of want to get, where I think it's going to go is on the top of the, or on the floor of the second floor or whatever, so it's going to be kind of in the middle of the building, so I make sure that everybody has access to it. I'm not sure vertically what kind of distance you get on those things. So to make sure everybody's in range of it, because I don't want to have to keep up more feeding troughs than I already am. We already have 2 feeding troughs, and Jay had a 3rd one on top of the house, which I've since destroyed, because... It was kind of throwing off the range because it wasn't being kept filled, because I didn't really know it existed until a little while ago. It would still show the feeding trough symbol above the dinos' heads, they weren't being fed because they weren't in range of one that was actually being populated. And so there is. Oh, I guess that's right. I came up and put some berries in them, so they're fine. Okay. Oh, and I can still move. Fantastic. But yeah, so I removed that one from the top of our house because it was just throwing things off. I think there were some dinos that weren't necessarily getting fed, and we've had a couple of dinos in the past who have starved to death, even just in our own area. And I think like one of Jay's Argentavis, Birdo, starved to death right next to our storage room because I think Jay always parked the thing on top of the roof. And it wasn't in range of getting fed there, and it ended up just starving to death. And partially, it usually would take a dinosaur a long time to starve to death if it's sitting in range of or if it's just sitting around. But dinos that we use all the time, like these utility dinos and the flyers, especially the flyers, they lose so much hunger because they're constantly trying to replenish their stamina because we're using them. That it's they can starve to death pretty quickly if you're not paying attention. And since that thing wasn't really parked near any feeding, it hadn't been fed in a while, possibly, and yeah, so just trying to be safe. I don't want to have any more of these things to fill than is necessary. I was thinking that this one would probably end up being a pure vegetarian feeding trough, but then I forgot that all of our flyers are going to be up here eventually, and so we've got to make sure that we keep those guys in hand as well. Let's do a couple of more hits with pinball here, and then we'll head back. Although all this. We're going to need to grab the mammoth then, which we still need names for the mammoth. We still need names for some of our other dinos. We now have 3 T-Rexes, and we still have the Spinosaur, which you guys haven't named yet, which I probably will come up with a name for at some point if you guys don't do it this time. But there's numerous dinos that are still looking for names. If you guys are interested in doing that, make sure to check that out. We're getting pretty weighted down here. Okay, so this one... Let me pull this stuff off. We have almost 400 stone on this guy. All right, perfect. Yes, I am encumbered. I understand. Nope, too encumbered. Fluffy. All right, hold on. We'll drop some stuff. We'll drop... What is my weight at? Let's see. Oh, we're just like a pound over. Oh, that's depressing. Where's my cursor? There we go. All right. Little lag spike there. Pinball, your tail's in the way. All right. Get to good old Fluffy here. We'll throw this stone inside of her. How's she doing? She's doing okay. Doing okay. All right. This will put her at about 400 weight. So we've got about a little bit of space still in Fluffy. Let's jump on Pinball here. Let's head back to our utility dinos. We'll grab the mammoth. We'll grab a little bit more wood, and then we'll try getting a few more foundations in place. One thing I want to point out, guys, I'm going to be doing shorter episodes here for a little while. Last couple weeks, I was asking for feedback, not in any of my ARK episodes. So if you guys only watch ARK, you would have missed it. But I was looking for feedback from you guys on, if I should continue my schedule, if I should go no schedule, blah, 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 blah. And I got some good feedback on that from you guys, but I also got some feedback. You guys were like, well, if you're looking to make a change, one thing that might be interesting is if you try doing shorter episodes, might be less stressful, might allow you to do more content, and it might just be easier on you guys to do stuff, to be able to watch. If all of my episodes are super long, it makes it difficult for you guys to get in there and check those out. So I'm going to be trying to do shorter episodes. This one's getting close to 20 minutes, so we'll probably be calling it good here for today. And this is going to be a project we're going to be working on for a while, so we're getting started here. Again, I kind of went over what we're doing. We've got the utility dinosaur parking garage underneath, and then we're going to have our flyers up top and all that kind of stuff. So let's see if we can take on this Bronto. I used to be so scared of Brontos, and now they're like cake. But if this mammoth can handle it, that'd be good. Don't run away from me. Also collecting a lot of berries that I don't really want, but that's okay. Gotta get this Bronto. The tail's kind of keeping me from getting too close to it. I think I can still hit it, though. Mammoth's health is doing good, so that's kind of cool. This is how I lost Casper. I was trying to kill a Bronto, and I could not find a sweet spot to stay out of range of it. I was trying the neck, I was trying above the butt, I was trying to stay out of range, but it was able to hit Casper like crazy. There we go. It was trying to hit Casper, it kept hitting Casper like crazy, and so I eventually got off it and parked and went to go grab another dino to go kill it with, but it wasn't aggroed on me, it was aggroed on Casper, so as I ran to go get another dino to attack it with, it just beelined straight for Casper and killed it before I could get there and do anything about it, which was unfortunate. But, yeah, Brontos are one of the biggest pains on the island still. They're so big. They get in the way. You know, I'll just be, you know, harmlessly gathering trees up and stuff. And suddenly I'll accidentally hit a Bronto that it was, like, way out of range and stuff. And anyway, it's a whole mess sometimes. But I think that's where we're going to call it for today, guys. We're going to be doing some more of these episodes where it's just going to be kind of more chill. We've been doing a lot of like big taming episodes and stuff, big, you know, extravagant events, and those are great, but they're not a sustainable series. And we've got some building to do, so I wanted to bring you guys in on that. We haven't really gotten to use a lot of these utility. You guys haven't seen a lot of our dinos. Because we've just been doing so much taming. We've tamed it and then it's kind of disappeared because we're off taming something else and we're not even at the island. So you guys will get to see some of our dinos here, and we'll get to get a little bit of work done on our infrastructure, but I think that's going to be it for today, guys. Next episode, we'll probably, I think I do want to go collect some pelt at some time here soon, so we might go up to April's place or to Code's place or something, and do some pelt collecting. Maybe we'll do some taming as part of that as well. But we'll just kind of see how it goes. This mammoth's getting a little slow, so we'll head back. And I'll craft some more foundations and stuff. And I'll bring you guys back next episode. We'll probably be doing some pelt stuff, but maybe we'll take a quick peek at what we're doing with the aviary. And if not, then the episode after that or something, we'll do some work on it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Tormer the Grey, and you guys have been great. Make sure those likes, comments, subscriptions for me, guys. And especially if you've got names for any of our remaining dinos. We've got the Mammoth. We've got a couple of Rexes. We've got Mammoth, Rexes. The Spino still needs a name. I think that might be it for now. And I've got a couple of plans coming up for the future. I've got a couple of dinos that I really want to tame because I've got some plans different than what we've been doing for the most part here that I want to put into practice eventually. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Tormer the Grey, and you guys have been great. Make sure those likes, comments, subscriptions for me, guys, and I will see you all back here next time. Alrighty, guys. Have a good one.